Yes, Mr. Snell, may I have the floor?
Yes, Mr. Ruffing.
The appointment of Ben Landon as solicitor. Could I see the list of the other legal firms or attorneys that were considered for that position?
I believe that doesn't have anything to do with the motion that was made that we're voting on.
That's okay. I understand that. Could you address that? Could you answer that?
We are voting on a motion.
Okay.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
No.
Now we will move on to the second item on the agenda. To consider the payment of invoices placed on the table for additional review during a December 1st, 2015 board meeting, including general fund check number 49606 and capital project fund checks numbered 1013 through 1020. Would you like to make a motion? Could I have a second?
Second.
I'd like to make a comment.
Questions or comments?
Mr. Kaplan, I believe it was you who made a motion to hold these payments. Is that correct?
Right.
Why?
Before that meeting, a series of requests were made as to what a lot of the bills being paid were. And those were answered to the satisfaction of the financial people. And the question of adding up the total numbers for these remaining things and what they were for was not clear. So they were simply tabled for further study. Further study meant having them reviewed by the construction people and working with the administration on getting those taken care of as quickly as possible if everything was checked out. This is a standard operating procedure that most boards follow. And I know in the past, those things were not really done, and it should not be assumed that they're being done because there's something going on that's wrong. In fact, that's how we make sure that things are being done correctly. Now, on all those items that were tabled merely a couple of weeks ago, they are not overdue or anything like that. And that is one of the main reasons we're having a meeting tonight, because we did not want to have any doubt, and we wanted those bills paid if they're approved tonight to those contractors who have provided good services, and all their bills, there are no duplicates, there was nothing billed that didn't belong. All those things have been checked out. So that's a standard thing that happens. And I would like to recommend that those bills be paid, because there is nothing remaining there that's of any question.
And had you considered contacting Mr. Saul like others of us do?
Have I considered what?
Contacting Mr. Saul by phone prior to holding a meeting and questioning those bills as the rest of us have done in the past, therefore making this meeting unnecessary?
I actually had been in touch with Mr. Saul and had a series of emails with different questions on it, and I needed to find out some other information and make sure that everything was in order. It's not an embarrassment to hold bills for a matter of a couple of weeks. I foresee that happening whenever there's a question, and there's a lot of bills. There's $29 million that we spend in operational money, and that's a lot of money. There's a lot of companies that don't have that kind of money to spend. And when you have $29 million, somebody's got to have to make sure that everything is done right. And if there's any questions, they can't always be handled in the manner which you would like.
And how much did that cost?
I believe he answered your questions, Mr.
I have
Ruffin.
another question.
I'm sorry, you had your time. Anybody else have any questions or comments?
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?